recording.
Is it going? Is it going?
It says recording.
How does internet work, Charlie?
This one's recording.
I'm Nick.
You're Nick. Okay, so you're Nick.
Wait, let's do that again.
Welcome back to Laser Discourse, the long distance edition. Hi.
Long distance
Charlie.
lasers.
That's Nick. Thanks for joining us. We've done a couple of these now. We talked about some of our favorite movies, and then last time we talked about sequels that we loved. This time, we're both music lovers, so Nick had the great idea to do some concert laser discs.
And I'm ready. I got my Roger Waters, The Wall 2012.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Completely official. The guy outside selling it for $10 told me it was official, so it's good.
I heard that was a great show.
It was, yeah. It was at what was then AT&T Park in San Francisco, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's if they made a video documentary of that, I would buy it in a heartbeat.
I would say probably look for that. That's probably out there. So I've got some laser discs of films, documentaries, and concerts that are some of the most famous of all time. What
do you got for us, Charlie? What is in your Laserdisc vault tonight?
I'm going to start with maybe the most famous, Woodstock.
Ooh, is this the official
this
Woodstock
is the
video?
Academy Award winning 3-hour documentary from the footage of the 1969. This was made in 70. And this is the 20th anniversary commemorative edition. Which I don't know if that means anything, but Woodstock was 3 days. It was like 400,000 people, right? It was just this huge, massive thing. You had Jimi Hendrix and The Who and everyone under the sun, right? So this is a beloved documentary. If that's not enough, though, I've actually got Woodstock, The Lost Performances. This was released in 1990, and this is just like 2 more hours of
more Woodstock
music. Yeah.
Wow.
So this one's got the band and Arlo Guthrie, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Sly and the Family Stone. Some of those who are...
I love Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It's one of my favorite all-time bands. That would be so cool.
Well, you got to check them out. So that's a good one to start. If you like classic rock, maybe for us, for you and me, the one that we talked about originally, maybe the best concert film might be The Last Waltz.
Well, it's the Scorsese joint. So, it's already unfairly good because...
When you say a Martin Scorsese film, you kind of got a leg up already there. Huh?
Yeah.
This is funny. This is actually still sealed. I have 2 copies of this one.
Oh, cool.
So this is still in its shrink wrap, which I don't know if that's a good thing. I've read that you're not really supposed to keep the shrink wrap on it.
I don't know.
It tightens up that disc.
I might have a challenge for your best concert film ever, though. Last night I watched The Talking Heads Stop Making Sense.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime if you have it. I was watching it because I had seen David Byrne's American Utopia, part of it. I saw the SNL performance. I saw a couple other clips that he did in 2019. And I kid you not, I put it on thinking that that's what I was going to watch. And it was so good that I watched about half of it before realizing, oh, this is actually David Byrne in the 80s. So I looked it up. I had no idea. It was 1984, the first digital concert recording on film. It sounds freaking amazing. And I wish you had this on Laserdisc because talk about uncompressed.
Me too.
This would be the one. The visuals are great. The performance is amazing, but the sound was so much better than it should have been for 1984, especially on a video recording where they don't care about sound as much usually as an album,
I'm a huge fan of Stop Making Sense. Directed by Jonathan Demme, who would win the Academy Award for Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, no way.
1991.
Oh, well.
Demme did a lot of music videos and stuff before film. So, but actually about maybe a year or 2 ago, my friend Eric and I got Stop Making Sense on the big screen. We're part of this cult movie series, and they play at the Roxy. So he requested.
Oh yeah, in Santa Rosa, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to watch it on the big screen. And we told Neil, who runs it, we said, "Turn it up." He said, "Turn it up."
Make it loud.
He turned it up, and
How
it was
cool
just
was that?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh.
It was amazing. Yeah,
Just a big dance party, just a giant dance party.
It makes you want to, like, we were like
I
dancing in
couldn't
the
stop
seats.
moving the
Yeah,
whole time. Yeah, it was like
it's
11 at
addictive.
night, and I was like, "Hey, this is all right."
Yeah, that is definitely like way at the top of my wish list for the
If you
laser
ever
disc.
find that, or if I find that on Laserdisc, I don't care how much it is. I'm gonna buy it. I don't
You say
even
that
have the
now.
player anymore. I'm gonna buy it for
You
you.
say that now.
Yeah.
Um, well, here's one I got. Maybe you like these. I actually have some questions to see if you like Led Zeppelin. This is The Song Remains the
Ooh.
Same.
I haven't seen that. Is it good, or is it just like a
You
wank
know,
fest?
it's weird. It's kind of
Okay.
weird. It was released into theaters. It's them playing at Madison Square Garden, but it's got all these weird fantasy sequences in it, and
So
like
it's like a concert, but it's like,
but
uh,
then they're also doing these little vignettes here and there, and
hmm,
it's like got this kind of weird loose plot of like the four members of the band all kind of being in their own little private fantasy while also seeing them play the concert.
is it like
Um,
Frank Zappa's? Was that 100 Motels or 80 Motels or whatever that is?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that one. But
Okay,
I was going to ask you if you're because Nick, you're a drummer, a
I
drum
am.
expert. If you're, I
Yes,
was wondering if you're a John Bonham fan.
of course. He's drum Jesus. He really
Okay, good.
is.
All right. Well, because there is towards the end of this thing, there is about an 8-minute drum solo that John Bonham does.
Is it the one in Moby Dick?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Oh,
that's the one.
it's pretty a pivotal moment in rock drumming. Like his solo in Moby Dick was like changed the way people drum in the rock world for a lot of people. Yeah, that's cool.
The,
I got to see that too.
how so? What? Because so it's funny because it's good. It's great. At one point, he puts the sticks down and he's like hitting the snare and the cymbals with his thumbs like it's a bongo, and then he gets back into it. And
Yeah, it was so primal. Like it
mm,
was, you got it was jazz all the way. Like jazz was the drumming, and it was very technical, super skilled. But this, like, then you had the Who with Keith Moon. He was pretty, Animal. The Muppet was based on Keith Moon, so
right,
that's his style. But then when Bonham just started like wailing on stuff, and then he took the sticks away, and it was like you still felt the intensity. It was so intense that like rock drumming really would never be the same. He just kicked it up a notch and said, "Here's a new bar. Let's all strive to break this bar." It wasn't
right,
even like I'm the best. It was like, here's what you can do.
nice.
And we haven't looked back.
Love it. You would love that 8-minute drum solo then in this
I
movie.
sure would. Yeah.
All right, well, let's switch gears a lot here because
Okay.
I want to talk about Pioneer Artists. Pioneer Artists was a Laserdisc series that Pioneer put out, and I saw somewhere like on Laserdisc database, someone says there's over 700 of these titles in the
Pioneer,
Pioneer
like the
Artists.
electronics company.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the hardware, then they got into making the actual discs,
Mm.
and as well as like MCA and those kind of things. So I just want to show you, I have 3 of them that are kind of crazy. First one is Judy Garland in concert.
Oh, crazy. Talk about a
Oh,
wild time. Oof.
wow.
Oh man. Yeah.
But you can see it's got the Pioneer Artist logo up here.
Very classy. Yes.
This next one actually is kind of if you've ever seen this is Earth, Wind, and Fire in concert. This was recorded in Oakland at the Oakland Coliseum
Oh yeah.
in
Hmm.
'81, and it's actually it starts with this weird, like, the main guy comes out like in this kind of fake Darth Vader costume, and there's all these lights and smoke machines, and the drummer comes up out of the lights and he's like,
Oh yeah.
what? And everyone's like praising him and stuff, and oh man, really
Yeah,
fun.
they put on a good show. I've heard even now, if you can catch him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, really fun stuff. And then this one, I don't know if you're gonna love it or hate it, but this is Ringo Starr and his all-star band.
Like I
Speaking of
respect
drummers,
him, but like his all-star band never really did it for me.
yeah,
You know, but
this
it's
one's this one's
he's
definitely
very
like,
cool. I mean, he's like the epitome of coolness.
right.
So
He's a cool
I
dude.
definitely dig that.
Although if you were to watch this, this is like from 1990, I want to say.
Uh-oh.
So he comes out and he's got like this ponytail up in the
Yeah.
back, and
90s Ringo was not cool.
he's got like this like purple like jacket that like Prince would have been like, no, that's too much. And
Even
Ringo's
Prince would have said no.
yeah, Ringo's like, bring it to me.
Mm.
But you got Clarence Clemens on sax, you got Levon Helm showing up, Dr. John. So you got some fun guys on this one too. But
Wow.
again, the Pioneer Artist.
Yeah.
So they did all that kind of stuff.
Dr. John is so fantastic too. Oh man.
He's actually, he's a lot of fun to watch. I'm going to just throw up a couple randos here real quick. Sorry, I'm probably off the screen here. But I got to show you. I keep talking about him. Rod Stewart.
Oh, there he is.
Tonight He's Yours. This is one of the goofiest things I've ever seen. He comes out in like pink leopard print pants, and it is intense. And he's got Tina Turner on here too.
I got to say real quick about that. You know the song "Do You Think I'm Sexy"?
Yeah.
Okay, so his drummer Carmine Appice wrote that, and Carmine played with like Black Sabbath and Vanilla Fudge. He was a heavy metal drummer, right? And then he played with Rod Stewart, wrote "Do You Think I'm Sexy," which doesn't fit anything he'd done before, and made pretty much all of his money.
That's great. Oh, man. I love that.
The path that live takes for us, you know.
This one, I don't know if this even counts, but I found this in Santa Cruz recently at Streetlight. They had a little section there.
Love that store.
Peter Allen and the Rockettes at Radio City Music Hall.
Like the kick, like da 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 da. Oh, wow.
So this is a live show of the Rockettes.
Oh, boy.
And then I got two to close out. Famous documentary filmmaker D.A. Pennebaker did a lot of music and music documentaries. So you got to know Bob Dylan, Don't Look Back.
Yeah.
From the 60s, kind of following Bob Dylan on a tour as he's, this young guy kind of embodying the 60s.
Here's a question. How many Bob Dylan documentaries have been made?
Like enough.
I would say at least enough.
A lot. A lot. But then 30 years later, D.A. Pennebaker co-directs Depeche Mode 101.
Ooh.
Very different, but it's also kind of like a concert tour movie. It's them, Depeche Mode, touring, and they're playing their 101st show of this massive tour, world tour, at the Rose Bowl, I want to say, in Pasadena, 100,000 people.
You remember when like bands played and like people watched in groups? That was fun. I liked that.
Yeah, I don't know if we're ever gonna that. It's like, are we ever gonna get 100,000 people together?
I don't think so.
Hard to say.
Not for a while.
No. Well, they're gonna live forever on laserdiscs.
That's a great one. Live forever on laserdisc.
I think that's enough time. We've taken enough of these people's time. What do you say?
Okay, those are all the live concerts on laserdisc that you have. Share what you out there watching this, listening to this. Share what you have, and give us some recommendations, because I also watched a Prince 1985 Purple Rain tour concert film that was incredible. But I'm telling you, I need more live concert films, because I'm on this kick and I miss actual live shows so much, and this is getting me by. So please give me your concert recommendations. I'm going to check out that Rod Stewart for sure.
Hey, you got to. Yeah. Tonight He's Yours.
I'm going to put the disc under my pillow. Can I just borrow it for a little while?
And then the Rod Stewart fairy comes and
then he just goes, "Do you think I'm sexy?" In one of his Rod Stewart poses, which is
I do, Mr.
trademark, I'm sure.
All right, well, until next time.
Keep lasering, keep disking.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.